You may have been hearing recently about tourism backlash here in the Canary Islands. Now, I was listening to Irish radio there and RT Radio 1. The main news had something on about it today, and I myself was on Red FM on the Neil Prendeville show this morning. They called me about it, so I was on that station. Now, it's been plastered all over the British tabloids as well, and of course, they're sensationalising things, with stuff like. Tenerife wants boozy Brits to go home, you know. Now, the Canary Islands are not really a boozy destination. Like, it's mostly a mature person comes there. You don't get like a lot of young people. There's not a big club scene here or anything, you know. So, uh, I tell you, right, I'll just cut through the bullshit. It's not about tourist behaviour overall. It's about accommodation, rental accommodation. Now, what's happening is that more and more tourists are coming in record numbers. So, a lot of people who are renting out long term here apartments can see a better profit renting out short term to a tourist. Like, for example, if you're getting €1,000 a month long term, and you can see that, oh, look, I can rent out. For €500 a week to tourists, your €1,000 becomes 2,000. So there's a bigger profit, and that's what's happening here. So there's less and less um, long-term rentals here for local people as more and more tourists come. So that's it in a nutshell, really. Now they're talking about it at the moment, and I think what will happen is that they'll actually put in a law that only a certain percent of all accommodation in each area can be used for tourists. But they're talking about it. It's not going to happen overnight because there are vested interests here. Like, most of the people who own those apartments are Canarians. And a lot of big business are involved in those apartments and hotels as well. So, changing that won't be as easy as they think. Okay, let's have a look what's contributing to the problem. So we look at the numbers in February, and tourist accommodation occupancy in February hit 88%. As a former hotelier person that worked in hotels, that's staggering numbers, and that was up 2% on the previous February. So, only 12% of your occupancy was empty most nights, and I would say that would have been around Sunday and Monday. Your weekends were probably full. Average daily price is turned out, so your accommodation cost you on average €123.15 on average in February. That was up 9.8% on the previous February. Okay, break it down by accommodation. A hotel room would cost you on average €136.04 per night, and that was up 10.5% on the previous February. And an apartment is cheaper; it would be €83.61 per night, and that was up 5.9% on the previous February, the previous year. Okay, so there are the numbers. That's why people are kind of up in arms. There's a big protest here on the 20th of April. So we'll see if a lot of people, there's no anger against tourists. I haven't seen it. It's just like, really, I think the battle is between the Canarian people and their government. You can sort it out quite easy between, like, it's basically the Canarian people own the apartments that are going from uh, long-term rent to short-term rent. So it's in your hands, guys.